guys, what's going on? I'm Fogel.
And I'm T.
And welcome to Dreaded Antics.
All right, now, no, you don't gotta point at me, my guy. Like, I'm not gonna take over the whole thing. I just wanted to talk about this beer right quick.
We can swap back and forth, you know.
I feel like for this show, we should have one person host each different episode, but whatever. I'm already pouring my beer already. You're behind.
I say
you're late.
Shut up.
You're late, Fogel.
I'm not a connoisseur like you are, dude. Shut up.
I mean, I didn't even talk about the beer. I just fucking started pouring it.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even trying to on this shit. It's like, fucking, we ain't here to fucking talk about beer.
Yeah, you're right. This isn't your podcast.
Yeah, we here to fucking talk about fucking anime and shit. Cheers. Have y'all ever watched Gurren Lagann?
I'm sure a lot of people have. At this point, it's 2021.
I mean, well, if you watch anime, sure, but I don't think a lot of people have really seen. I've asked a lot of people and they have not. Even people who have watched anime. That show, ladies and gentlemen, is a fantastic show.
That's a fact.
What is it about though? Pretty much like think of like mechs powered by human spirit and fighting against the evils that want to subdue said human spirit.
Not to mention just the over-the-top zaniness and just pure from the moment the show starts, it's just from 0 to 100 the whole way through. There's never a second of let's take a second and relax. No, there was maybe one episode where they're relaxed, and even that turned into some shit. Just cause, and it's like, oh, you guys are in a bathhouse. All right, cool. By the way, you're inside of a mech.
Gotcha, bitch. Yeah, it's pretty. Think of it like a super actiony show with giant mechs, and I mean, truth be told, I'm not really into mech anime, but I fucking love that one. I haven't seen a lot of mech anime myself, but I honestly think that shit is really cool.
I think I've seen a couple that maybe you would like, but that's a different topic for another day.
This has one of my favorite characters in it, ever. I think Kamina is probably one of my favorite anime characters, hands down.
Oh.
Him and
for a second there, I thought it was Buta.
I fuck with I fuck with Buta. You're right. Buta's the shit.
Buta's been the realest one through that.
You're right.
Through that entire series.
I mean, ain't nobody else give a little piece of ass to fucking help save the day and shit.
Yeah, he literally pulled off his own ass.
Yeah.
to save his bros. I don't think I've ever seen a character in anime
that is so real, son. Imagine how much that shit hurt too. Goddamn, it was all right, here's a little piece. That's fucking taking a chunk of your body and shit so that someone else can eat it. That's cannibalistic. You're right.
It's cannibalistic. It's
right.
Not very nutritious. However, I guess I would be filling.
I guess it doesn't work the same way humans, bro. But nah, Kamina was definitely my favorite character in this show. Do we spoil? Should we spoil shit?
It's been long enough. If they're watching this, they should understand there's gonna be a lot of stuff talking about.
Yeah, you're right. We should probably put some shit at the beginning because you know how motherfuckers go, oh, what? I didn't finish it or some shit like that or whatever.
I'm sorry. I don't feel sorry for them.
All right, well, fuck it.
We can put something in the beginning, but I don't feel sorry for them.
Even though my man was only around for 8 episodes?
Yeah.
Broke my heart, son. That was a
rough death, honestly.
That was rough. Yeah.
I still say they snuck him. At the end.
Well, they did sneak him, but none of that would have happened if Simone wasn't a bitch. I'm sorry. Simone was a little bitch.
Simone was a child who was literally going off the antics of his bro. And even at that time, he was still unsure.
You can't be unsure in battle.
It's true.
That's how people die.
However, the real catalyst about that was he shouldn't have been snooping. Let's be real. Simone should not have been snooping when Kamina and Yoko were talking.
I don't think he meant to find out, did he? It's not like he did that on purpose. He was trying to.
He was watching.
Well, he was about to tell Yoko, hey, shorty, I think I like you.
Yeah, but he saw what was happening. He should have just left.
He did.
Yeah, after.
After they
kissed, bro.
Well, okay, I mean, you ain't gonna go in there thinking that they're gonna just fucking start kissing and shit.
Well, no, you're not. But at the same time, you're things seem a little bit too developed at this point.
I don't know. You might be using your discernment skills there, sir. Because again, like you said, he is a child still. How the fuck was he gonna expect any of that shit?
True.
I mean, we did because we're adults and we watch anime.
I mean, you can look at it,
and then the moon was out and shit, and it was all nice and quiet the night before battle. Like, obviously, someone's gonna get kissed.
I mean, realistically, you could look at it from just as an outside party, even from the other characters who were like, "Oh, so that's your type, Yoko," and like everyone basically knew that she liked Kamina. The only person that was basically oblivious was Simone. And
this is true.
And the thing that was to me, the thing that was dumb about that situation, a lot of the things that happened in the next, like in the fight, wouldn't have happened if Simone had left before, any of that started. If he had gone back, if he had stayed with Lagann and just kind of like left it alone. Because as he kept saying to himself, none of his business, none of his business, none of his business. He should have kept that mindset.
Okay, I'm not saying that you're wrong. I'm just saying that it was an unintended consequence. You feel me? It's not like he wanted to know any of that. He just wanted to tell Shorty. He just wanted to tell Shorty, "Hey, I think I likes you." That's really it. True. That's really it. And it just so happened, well, son, that's life.
Unfortunately, as a child, though, that shit sticks with you.
Yeah,
especially that was
your first crush.
Exactly,
and
that's where the real problem was.
I mean, granted, he was like, "Bro, why is this fucking with me? It shouldn't be fucking with me." Granted, but it's like,
and that's why I can't beat him up too much.
I don't know, son. You can't beat him up too much, but I think he still caused death. Because that motherfucker wouldn't have gotten that sneak shot on him if he didn't have to go out there and fucking snuff him in the goddamn face. Let's see you grit those teeth, motherfucker.
I mean, I get that, but it's just like he didn't understand why he was still thinking about it. He couldn't comprehend it because he's a child. He couldn't understand his own emotions, especially being underground for how long? For how long?
Terrible. This is what happens when you let. This is what happens when you let emotions and romance into shit. When you should just be focused on fucking, what's the word? Fighting monsters and stuff.
Beastmen.
There you go. But either way,
Would they be considered furries?
What's up?
They be considered furries.
I guess, but I mean, any kind of beast creature with a humanoid form can be considered a furry at that point.
True.
And it's not like they were even.
We're not
they couldn't even have sex or shit, can they?
We're not slandering furries, by the way. I'm just saying.
I don't give a fuck.
I'm just saying.
It's just like, okay, you like what? You like wearing furry costumes and shit while you fucking, okay, cool.
I mean, there's different. There's different sides to be. There's a whole thing about it.
I know nothing.
We'll get to that.
Will we?
We'll get to that probably when we get to V-Stars. To be completely honest with you.
Oh my god, that's another good one. But the one thing that I like about this show is the driving spirit. You know what I'm saying? The form,
the will to never give up.
Yeah, which kind of like encapsulates mad anime.
Well, yeah,
pretty much. It was like, just never give up. Okay,
But this was the type of show that was like when they said never give up, they basically they manifested it into a weapon and not simply just saying never give up. They used it to fuel their mechs, to fuel the team, to just keep going forward through just about every single episode.
That's true. The whole idea of pushing forward, that was pretty much Kamina's biggest thing.
Yeah.
The whole, like, look towards the stars, your drill will be the drill that drills through the heavens. It's like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah, son.
Wrong.
No.
Not wrong.
And no, that's crazy, because he wasn't. Because we were literally at the end, this nigga fucking got like the
he was fighting celestial beings.
Yeah, through time and space.
Exactly.
And shit. Like, what the fuck?
Like, I don't think Kamina was a psychic,
bro.
But that nigga knew some shit that
not his facts.
We definitely shouldn't have known.
Nah, he just had a lot of faith.
Yeah, he did.
He just had a lot of faith in his boy Simo, and that's what that whole brotherhood and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just gangster. Because that's what kept the bond going. Because remember when he was like, how whenever I'm in a bad spot, I just look at Simone and see his back digging and shit, and then that just fucking
that gives him all the vibe he needs.
You know what I'm saying?
Like him admitting to Yoko, even when he was like, I've never had a well thought plan in my life. The only reason I keep going is because I just look at Simone's back and he just keeps on digging.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I get my courage. And it's the fact that Simone never knew that, and he just thought he was just going because he believed in Kamina, and Kamina was believing in him the whole time, which again reiterates that whole statement.
I was just gonna say, yeah, it's like that actually makes a lot more sense now. Believe in the me that believes in you. It's like, nigga, I don't even know what the fuck I'm doing over here.
Yeah.
I'm believing in you. Shit. Like, if you doubt yourself, well, then at least believe in the person that you look up to me to be, and believe in that shit that you see over there.
Kamina saw something in Simone that it took him dying and then going through a depressive state to finally realize.
Yeah, that was pretty sad.
And that depressive episode, those two, like I was thinking like 2 or 3 episodes where he was just stuck in a depressive loop.
Mm-hmm.
That was rough. That was real rough because homeboy he went full hermit. He wasn't talking to anybody. He wasn't doing shit. The only thing he would do is come out every so often to fight the Beastmen.
Yeah,
and
fuck them shits up.
He would overclock Gurren Lagann like hard body. Rossiu had nothing. He couldn't do shit. This boy was just a ragdoll.
This is a Lord for the rise. But then that's when he met Nina or whatever, right?
Nia, yeah.
Nia. Yeah, that's that. Cause yo, how does Spiral King have this whole graveyard just full of dead daughters? Like, that whole graveyard is discarded princesses. That's fucked up. That's fucked shit.
Like,
he's like, you know what? I got bored of you. Next.
And the only reason he got bored of her was because she simply asked, why does she exist?
She just asked a simple question. Like, yo, why am I here? Bitch, what? How dare you?
I'm sorry. If someone asks you a question on why they exist, I don't think that warrants death. Like,
you may not.
Look, I mean, just thinking about it logically, I'm sorry. Like, if a child comes up to me and it's like, hey, so like, why am I alive? I'm like, man, that's too bad. You asking too many questions.
But I mean, because remember, he had to be in charge of the whole. That's like spiral energy manifesting itself. It's you're curious. You feel me? Your desire to want to know more about existence, and he's trying to suppress all that. So if you was on some like, oh, word, you trying to know shit?
I mean, at the end of the day, the Spiral King was a villain, but he was a villain for a reason.
Because he had to be.
He had to be. Yeah, he had to be. He didn't really have much of a choice because if human nature progressed, you would become more curious and continue to want to learn more.
Yep. And then when you reach that fucking threshold of 1 million apes and shit, then the fucking anti-spirals come, start fucking all this shit up. Speaking of anti-spirals, bro, I ain't gonna front that last battle.
That last battle was rough.
Yo, why'd they have to do him like that with the whole, like, faking them out and shit at the beginning? Like, making them think that they winning, and all of a sudden it's like, nah. And then they're like, yo, they turn around, they're like, yo, something's wrong. Yo, fall back. And then all of a sudden, nah. Like, everybody dying. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro, like, too many people died at the end.
Yo, for real, like,
was that really a win at the end of it all? Like, was that really a win?
I mean, maybe not for the team in the sense of like having people come home, but
like
you
lost half your team. Fucking Simone finally marries Nia, and then Nia just evaporates into the fucking ether. And I'm just like, the first time I saw that, I was like, wait. I was like, what?
Yeah, nah, that's just like.
And when they explained she was a messenger for the anti-spirals, I was like, how is this a win?
Right?
How is it? This is not even like, it's all bright and sparkly as like Simone walks away. I'm like, you can't even give him that.
I mean, he protected the earth and all the people on it. That was his job, I guess. I guess he didn't really care about finding love and living happily ever after, that type of shit. Nah, it's just like, let me take care of these people, I suppose.
No, it just like, by the time the series was like, by the time they finished, you were down to like the bare minimum and 2 of the original trio.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
How fucked do you have to be to consider that a happy ending? Like,
at least Leron made it. I just thought he was gonna get that.
Yo, Leron should. I'm glad Leron didn't die. He was very important to the group.
Fun fact: Leron is voiced by Steve Bloom, the person who did fucking Cowboy Bebop. Yeah. I'm like, if Steve Bloom ever hears this, like, wow, wow, your range. Me and my sister, when we found out, we were like, no, there's no fucking way. And then we looked up, like, yo, oh my god, no, this is really true. It's like, no, oh my god, that is fantastic voice acting. Shout out to you, Steve Bloom.
I mean, he's technically like a veteran in this shit.
Fuck yeah, motherfucker been like what?
At this for a grip.
Like 30 years or some shit.
God damn.
When did Cowboy Bebop come out?
Ooh.
Definitely in the 90s.
Definitely sometime in the 90s, like early 90s, I think. Probably.
That was one of my favorite shows. Oh no, let's not.
Don't deviate.
Yeah, I was
don't
like,
deviate from the plan. We're on a path. We're doing good.
Yeah.
This is the first episode. Let's not
You're
fuck
right.
it up.
You're right. This has been good. This has been good. Before what was the last? I forgot the last point. What it means to be human.
There it is.
There you. Yeah. What it means to be human. And truth be told, I guess it is just the desire to want to grow in conjunction. Well, at least for me, in conjunction with your environment and the people around you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to be on some overbearing shit where...
I mean, the team of Gurren was basically a group of people who wanted to grow and do better and protect and do better, not just for themselves, but for everyone around them and the people who were still subjugated. And all of that, the catalyst for all that was still Kamina.
Yeah.
Kamina may have died, but he still lived on, and his ideals and his spirit all lived on in everybody else on Team Gurren.
Just who the hell do you think he is? Goddamn right. Yeah.
The only person that didn't live on it was Rossi, you rat ass bitch.
And then this motherfucker, and then after he realized that he fucked up, this motherfucker had the audacity to try to fucking end
Bro,
it.
he really tried to 86 himself. Are you fucking kidding me?
That got me mad.
Bro.
I'm like, really?
Bro.
Really?
Bro.
Oh, this is my atonement. Fuck you. Your atonement
That's not
is living.
an atonement.
Your atonement is living for as long as you fucking can to make sure that you make up for all that shit.
Exactly.
That's your fucking atonement, motherfucker. Live
Like,
long.
This man was about to have Simone murdered.
Bro.
And he was crying because he's like, I don't want to do this, but I have to. No, the fuck you don't.
You don't.
Why? Explain to me why you would have to.
Because the people, you think that killing him would make them quell their anger and shit? No, they would have found something else to be upset about.
They would have gotten mad about something else. I mean, for crying out loud, you made a ship that only held so many people. You left the rest to die.
You left the rest to Yo.
It took Simone and his crew to show up, clear everything out to save everyone, and that's when you truly got upset because your plan failed. You weren't killing yourself because fucking, you had so much guilt and grief. As far as I'm concerned, you killed yourself because you couldn't be the hero that Simone was.
Damn.
Because you really think about it, Simone and Rosyu were on completely different sides of the spectrum when it came to the heroism aspect of fucking anime. Simone embraced everything that Kamina did along with his own quirks and became that perfect blend of himself and Kamina. And he led the crew to victory. And then when his time was over, Rosyu felt that it was his time where logic, reason, and understanding were meant to come into the fold. But at the same time, he still followed the logic of his pastor from his group. Because remember,
keep that population in check.
Keep the population control in check. And not only was his methods irrational, he almost committed like almost a mass genocide. For the sake of keeping everyone alive. I put quotes around that because
he almost did, but Simone came in fucking. You're right. You're right. But anyway, y'all, the whole point of this is that this was a great show, great anime, and you should totally fucking watch it. It's fucking fantastic. Any thoughts, Sir Fogel?
So far, I mean, just in general.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this went pretty well for a first episode.
Fuck yeah.
And
I say, dig to the heavens. That's my fucking ending thoughts right there, bro. Yeah. Oh wait, we don't have an outro.
No, we don't. Actually, before we go, if you like the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification button for all of the notifications if you want to keep seeing us pop up on your timeline, because we're going to be doing more stuff like this. So,
that's why you're here, boy. That's why he's here. Because I totally would have been like, all right, we done. That's it. I bet. Cheers, motherfucker.
Cheers.
And cheers to y'all.